What about now? What about G? Alright. We gonna argue and break up, baby, you and I. Then make up if I love it, you and I. I'ma tell you the truth.
Are the color cartridges in your printer ready for another school year?
Kicking the Ross guys, security of WWE. What's up, Alex? What's up, Kicking the Ross fan? Man, I was supposed to give you a birthday shout out on Friday, and I didn't. My bad. Got carried away. But happy belated birthday to Kicking It with Ross fan. Security of WWE. I'm gonna leave you some birthday cake emojis. Hold on. And what's up, Durante? I'm doing good. My family's doing good. How about you? Security guy. Boom. We got a Smackdown. We got a Rampage review. I know it's late when I'm doing this. I try to do it earlier in the morning, early afternoon, but I didn't get into bed till 6 a.m. I'm gonna be real and legit, bro. Like I didn't get home from the Impact show last night till 1 in the morning. Well, 1:30, almost 2 o'clock. It took me 3 hours to get up there. So yeah. Then I got back home at 1:30, 2 o'clock. I took me like a long shower, and then I lay in the bed, I edit, and then I stayed up till 6 in the morning. And I didn't wake back up till 11:30. Well, no. Almost 11, yeah. So almost 11, then I sat down, had me some breakfast, and watched Smackdown and Rampage. Took me hours to get notes on this stuff. Yeah, when you're doing these shows reviews, I noticed it's not easy. You gotta look back and forth at the TV between the device you're taking notes on. Like I'm taking notes on the iPad. You know. What's up, Glenn Stewart Wrestling guy? What's up, my man? Yeah. If you didn't watch the Impact Law yesterday, man, make sure you go check it out, man. It was a fairly good show. I enjoyed myself. There was some negatives I had about the show. I don't know why they put the show 2 weeks before Bound for Glory. So yeah. Yes, I did see Bobby Fish debut. I was literally at the show yesterday. So I saw Bobby Fish made his Impact debut. I don't know how long he's there for. He did mention in the promo that he doesn't work here. So honestly, I think that signals, hey, he's not going to be in the long term. He probably would just take a short-term deal, a long-term deal. But, like, I just don't see the guy as a solo. I just don't see him. Yeah, it's just a temporary thing. Because you know how Impact loves to give out these ass contracts, and they don't mean shit. I love how Impact likes to give out those temporary contracts really don't mean anything. Like, to be honest. Mia Yim, I believe Mia Yim has 2 weeks left on her contract. She signed a short-term deal. Who's to say Mia Yim, Triple H doesn't take a look at Mia Yim going back to bring her back into WWE. And I won't be shocked if that happens, honestly. So, yeah. Yes, I did see the MJF clip. I will watch it after the live stream. So, yeah. Fish as a solo, bro, is not. I just don't see it, bro. I mean, what can you... How am I trying to say it? We'll see how he's put. We'll see. Last night on SmackDown, Lacey Evans told Liv that she's weak and can't be a stream. We'll get into that in a minute. Alex Johnson. We'll get into that in a minute. So yeah. Um, yeah. Well, since we already got 10 people in here, we're not gonna waste no time. I mean, I'm trying to do this. I try to get this out before the Ohio State and Wisconsin game started, but the game starts at 6:30 my time, so we're gonna go in this review right now. We're gonna get this out the way. We're gonna talk about Smackdown and Rampage from last night. Um, so yeah, man. I said I was gonna deliver you guys a review. I'm gonna stick to my fucking word, man. I'm going to give you guys a full review of the show. We got 11 people in here. Why not? Let's get started. So, welcome to the first ever Dat Boy Alex post-show review from Smackdown and Rampage. This is the first ever full show review I ever did on the channel. I never did a Monday Night Raw review. I never did a NXT review. I never did a Dynamite review. I never did a Smackdown or Rampage review. I never did an Impact review. This is my first review on this channel, where I watch the show, I take notes, and I go over what happened. So yeah. Today is September 24th on this beautiful Saturday, late afternoon, early night. So yeah, man. I'm just finishing up at work, but I'm here. What's up, Sean Stickers? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? On the grind. By the way, Alex, my name is Andrew. You can call me Kicking the Ross Fan Guy if you want. All right, Kicking the Ross Fan Guy. All right. So, like I said, I didn't get into bed till 6 a.m. That's why the stream kind of started late, because I went to sleep late. Stayed up till 6 a.m. You probably wondering, Alex, how the fuck you staying up till 6 a.m., man? You ain't, nigga, you need to get some sleep. I did. I fell asleep from 6 a.m. to 10:55 a.m., almost till 11. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, then I had breakfast. I watched Smackdown and Rampage. I got the notes on my iPad. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let's get started with Smackdown. Smackdown, I thought it was a decent show for what it was. You know, got some nice little build up towards, you know, Extreme Rules a little bit. So yeah. Opening Smackdown was the Bloodline, and it's kind of weird how I'm doing a review. Like, come on, bro. Like, all right, come on. I gotta stop playing. All right. Smackdown starts with the Bloodline with Sami Zayn. They made their entrance, walk down the ring. Roman starts the promo with the usual. You know, he mentions the city name, and then he says, "Acknowledge me." Well, last night they were emanating from Salt Lake City, Utah. So he says, "Salt Lake City, acknowledge me." He passed the mic to Paul Heyman, and he says, "What do you call people in Utah? Utahns, Utonians, Utopians, etc." He comes out and says, "You don't boo the wise men." He mentions Drew McIntyre losing to Roman Reigns. He mentions Solo Sikoa and that he was sent by the elders of the Samoan dynasty. Solo was sent because Brock Lesnar took out the wise men because the Usos have enough on their plate. Heyman says Solo will basically be an enforcer while the Usos pursue greatness and immortality. Jimmy Uso gets on the mic and mentions that they'll still be the tag team champions by the end of the night. Jay gets on the mic and says, and he usually says his catchphrase, and because we're the twos and we're the ones. And he didn't get the whole line out. He only said, because we're the twos and we're the... He couldn't even say the last word. Because Roman Reigns... he couldn't even finish the line because Roman put his hand out signaling for the mic. You know how Roman Reigns, send us out for the mic sometimes. When the guys cut a promo, and when one of the Bloodline members cut a promo, and then Roman Reigns sends his hand out for the mic. So, yeah. Roman gets back on the mic and says, "Solo," talking to Solo Sikoa, "the elders may have sent you, but you answer to me now." And he says, "Acknowledge me." Solo gets on the mic and says, "I acknowledge you, my tribal chief." The Bloodline music hits, and Sami Zayn gets on the mic and says, "Cut the music, please." Roman says, "I like you, Sami, but what are you talking for right now? Why are you saying anything right now? Why do you have our shirt on? Why are you tagging along? What's this about?" Roman this segment starts to get funny right here, man. Roman tells Sami to take the shirt off. Jey Uso goes crazy and starts yelling at Sami to take the shirt off. Roman says, "I'm not going to tell you again. Take the shirt off." Jey takes it off for him. Roman says, "I need you to listen. I don't want to see you in that shirt again. And then, and then all of a sudden, Roman ends up giving him a new shirt with Sami Zayn's initials on it, SC, and it says Honorary Uce. Jay looked disgusted. Sammy gets on the mic and tells Roman, I acknowledge you. Sammy and Roman hugs, and that's how the segment ends. Yeah, man. Jay Uso, man. Jay Uso, this guy was acting like a crazy Rottweiler, Pitbull, Chihuahua, German Shepherd, any of these crazy dogs. K9. This guy was like a K9 dog out there, man, waiting, just waiting for the signal. Durante said it best. Jay was like a pitbull on a leash, just waiting for the signal. Oh man, this segment was pretty entertaining. It was very, very enjoyable to start the show. Man, more storyline progression, man. You know, Sami Zayn, when he gets turned on, when he gets kicked out the bloodline, man, I believe he's going to be the most over babyface in WWE, besides alongside Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will be the biggest babyface in WWE. Maybe in all of pro wrestling. Maybe in all of pro wrestling. They might be the most over guys in all of pro wrestling. Joanna's fit. Hey Alex, what's up, Joanna? If that's how you pronounce it, I'm sorry if I botched your name. First timer on the stream. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Sammy and KO as tag team champions. Fire emoji. Alex, do you see Sammy throwing Roman? No, I do not. I think Sammy and Kevin Owens should take down the Usos. That's the much better story to go with. Cody Rhodes should be the guy to take down Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. So yeah. Yeah. We gotta strike while the iron is hot. You know, Sami Zayn is going to be kicked out of Bloodline sooner or later. I don't know how long he'll stay in there. Maybe after Crown Jewel? I think after Crown Jewel he gets kicked out. So somewhere before World Games, I think he gets kicked out. And, you know, I think the Bloodline, you know, the biggest male faction in WWE, they're going to be in the War Games match. I don't think the Bloodline misses War Games. I don't think so. So yeah. Other than that, this was an entertaining, enjoyable segment. And when the Bloodline kicked Sami Zayn out, bro, Sami Zayn is going to be the most over guy in WWE. Maybe in all pro wrestling. Alongside Kevin Owens. Because you guys remember, a couple months back, Kevin Owens, you know, Kevin Owens knows what's up. The Bloodline is brainwashing Sami Zayn. They're brainwashing him. That's what they're basically doing. They're brainwashing. I'm telling you guys right now, man, when the Bloodline kicks out Sami Zayn, man, he's going to be the most over guy in the company. Alongside Kevin Owens. Maybe in all pro wrestling. And when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn take those tag team titles away from the Usos, you need to do it at a big setting. What do you mean by that, Alex? You need to do it in Atlanta at day one. You can do it in Atlanta. You can do it in San Antonio at the Royal Rumble. Hell, you can even do it at WrestleMania in Los Angeles in April. Can you imagine the nuclear pop when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wins those tag team titles? Can you imagine how the crowd would act? The crowd will lose their shit. The crowd will lose their shit. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to go crazy if you do it in a big setting. Either Atlanta for day one in January, New Year's Day. Either the Royal Rumble in San Antonio, or either WrestleMania in Los Angeles. Those are the three settings that you can do it at. Atlanta for day one, San Antonio for the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania in Los Angeles. Those are the three big settings you can you can pull the trigger at. So I can't wait, man. It's all about long-term booking. All about long-term booking. Moving on. Liv Morgan versus Lacey Evans. I didn't really care for the match. I don't really care to see Lacey Evans on my TV, to be honest. Lacey Evans gets a jobber entrance. Liv gets a half entrance, which I didn't like. Like, I feel like if you're the champion, then you should always get a full entrance. I did not like how we came back from commercial and then Liv Morgan got a full entrance. I didn't like that. I just don't, in my honest opinion. So yeah. Yeah, if you're the champion, you should always get a full entrance, in my opinion. Moving on. All right, so the match starts. Minutes later, Evans drills Morgan with a big boot off of an Irish whip. Morgan drives Evans with a drop kick and a knee strike. We go to commercial break, and we come back. And we come back with Evans on offense, working on Morgan. Evans goes under the ring minutes later and pulls out a kendo stick. Evans tries to hit her, but she misses. Morgan hits a code breaker and hits the Oblivion for a 1-2-3, and Morgan gets the win. Simple. I just really didn't care for the match. I don't care to see Lacey Evans on my TV. So yeah. After the match, Morgan picks up the kendo stick and hits Evans multiple times with the kendo stick. Morgan goes under the ring and pulls out a table and sets it up on the outside. She lays Evans on the table. And she climbs up on the ring post. And this was a beautiful shot by the cameraman, man. The execution, the camera work, it was top notch, perfect. She climbs up on the ring post, and this was a beautiful shot by the cameraman. And Liv Morgan, she jumps from the top of the steel post. She jumps up and hits Lacey Evans with a beautiful senton from the ring post into the table. That was a perfect visual. It was a perfect shot. So yeah, man. I'm guessing they're telling the story of Liv Morgan, showing Ronda Rousey that she can be extreme and all that other good stuff. It was a nice spot for sure, yeah. But Liv Morgan, Liv Morgan has impressed me, but the booking of her as SmackDown Women's Champion, I just feel like the booking has just been cold. You get what I'm saying? Like, the booking is just not. It's just been cold. The stories are just, I don't know, man. It's just, it seems like they're not. Yeah, the booking is just not there. I think it's the storytelling. It's missing. I think fans are not really invested in. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think fans are really invested in another Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey match. They're not. It's okay. A lot of people say my name wrong. I'm used. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. You mean shitty? I mean, it could be. I just don't. The storylines that Liv Morgan produces, they're just not captivating. I'm gonna be real and honest. They're just not captivating. Honestly, I have Liv Morgan keep the title for a little bit longer. I wouldn't put the title back on Ronda Rousey. I just wouldn't do that. You want to put the title on someone who's going to enhance the women's division on SmackDown. Is Liv Morgan the answer? She could have been. She could have enhanced the division if you just gave her the proper booking and booked her properly as champion. But no. You had her feuding with the same person 3 times, ain't great. Yeah, I'm like, it's just the same thing. Like, people want fresh, people want new. I have to say this, but maybe, maybe Shaw needs to come back. And she does. Like, she desperately needs to come back. Even though we don't like Charlotte, she's just going to have to come back. I don't know. It shows how limited your women's division is. That roster is very thin. You have nobody. Raquel and Shotzi are stuck in a tag team. Aaliyah, she's not good. She is not a good pro wrestler. She's no charisma, no character. Nobody's interested to see Lacey Evans on TV. Nobody's interested in seeing Xylee. She's not even used. Shayna Baszler, I mean, where they're going with that, I don't know. They're probably going to pair up with Ronda Rousey. You got Bayley, Dakota and Neil, but they're all Monday Night Raw. They're coming through SmackDown. I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, you don't have nobody. There's nobody in the division. Charlotte's title reign over Ronda Rousey's title reign, yeah. If it was up to me, I would have Liv beat Ronda out of Extreme Rules, have her keep the title for a little bit longer. I don't know, maybe take it throughout Crown Jewel, take it throughout Survivor Series. I just don't know. Maybe a heel Sasha Banks comes back, a heel Naomi. If they come back, I want to see them come back as heels. I really don't want to see them come back as baby faces. Maybe one of them can take the title off of Liv Morgan. If you turn them heel, maybe call up a Mandy Rose to the main roster. Build her up and have her take the title off of Liv Morgan. And honestly, it's a disgrace how she's held that title for 332 days. There has been talks about Toxic Attraction coming up to the main roster. There has been talks about that. So yeah, I've been waiting for Charlotte to come back and feud with Liv. If you know her history, that's the feud that needs to happen. Yeah. If I'm Triple H, maybe talk about getting Mia Yim back in the company. Mia Yim, whatever she does, I'll support her. She don't have that much longer on her Impact deal. Maybe bring her back and build her up to take the title off of Liv. Mia Yim is good. She's a good wrestler. If you bring in Mia Yim, if Triple H can get back Mia Yim, put her on SmackDown. Mia Yim can actually, if you just give her the proper booking and book her properly, I think she can enhance the division. In my honest opinion. And Mia Yim these past couple months has been doing the best work of her career. So yeah, like I said, I don't know how long she only has a couple weeks left in Impact. I don't know if she's resigning her or not, but if she's not, then Triple H needs to take a look at bringing back Mia Yim and put her on SmackDown and let her run that division. If you're not going to bring back Charlotte for right now, if you're not going to bring Sasha and Naomi's not coming back as of right now. We don't know when they're coming back. Honestly, I don't see them coming back for the rest of the year. Huh? What the fuck? Kamari, you better not be fucking joking around, bro. Kamari, I swear to God, if you joke around, no, guys, do not believe Kamari. What the hell? Shit, now we don't. Now you. Oh, great. I swear to God. Okay, he's not trending on Twitter. Let me. Guys, I swear to God, if you're fucking trolling, I will kick. Nothing happened. No. There is nothing coming out, Kamari. Where did you see this? Kamari, where did you see this? Twitter would have blew up. Oh, did these really? Oh my God. Where did you see it? All right. I'm gonna just go back to the review, man. I don't. Um, yeah. Guys, do not believe Kamari. I'm actually gonna bench him. Actually, I'm actually gonna get him out of here because nobody came out and said anything. Do not scare us like that. Like seriously, like dead ass. Do not scare us like that. Do not. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. Liv Morgan's run as champion. It's been a creative failure. A creative failure. I'll say this. Moving on. We'll come back from commercial break. Sami Zayn complains to the catering guy that he wanted a vegan meal. Tells the catering guy to go away. Sami sees Madcap Moss and Ricochet. They talk shit. And Solo Sikoa comes in and takes out both Ricochet and Moss. And Sami and Solo walks away. They actually announced this match for next week. It's going to be Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa versus Ricochet and Madcap Moss. So yeah, they actually announced that for next week on SmackDown. Fast forward to the New Day versus Maximum Male Models. New Day makes their entrance. Match didn't last long. I really didn't care about this. Matt and Debris spent half of the match snapping pictures. Azeri hits the backwoods on Mansoor, and the match is over. 1, 2, 3. Master Priest snaps on Mace, Mansoor, and Matt Sand, and we get more tease of LA Knight coming back. So yeah, I didn't care about that match, but the outcome, you are seeing more tease of LA Knight, man. So LA Knight is slowly returning, back to his NXT persona, man. Triple H knows, like, this Maximum Male Model shit is garbage. He knows it. He knows it firsthand. He knows it. He knows that it's garbage. So, yeah. Moving on. Braun Strowman versus Otis. This really caught me by surprise. Let me take a sip of water. Braun Strowman versus Otis. Commentaries made a heavy machinery reference. Wow, surprisingly. Back in Vince McMahon, you wouldn't hear anything about heavy machinery. So yeah, just saying. All right, so the bell rings. Strowman throws Otis around the ring, and Strowman drop kicks Otis to the outside. Minutes later, Otis gets back on the offense. Otis hits Strowman with a clothesline. Strowman comes back and picks up Otis with a spine buster. Strowman pounces both Gable and Otis on the outside. Otis body slams Strowman. Ref counts 1, 2. Strowman kicks out. Otis hits a Vader bomb from the top rope. Referee counts 1, 2. Strowman kicks out. Otis goes for another splash and he misses it. Strowman hits a power bomb on Otis and the ref counts 1, 2, 3. And Braun Strowman gets a win. This was a fun match from both guys, and honestly, Braun Strowman might prove me wrong. He got a little better in the ring. He got a little better in the ring. I'll give you that. I'll give him that. Excuse me. Braun Strowman might prove me wrong. He might prove me wrong on why coming back wasn't a bad idea. Because you know how I felt when he came back. I was like, why is this on my TV? Why is Braun Strowman on my TV? He brings nothing to the table. But now Braun Strowman might prove me wrong. I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks. So I'm not gonna write. So I'm gonna start writing this off. I'm gonna give Braun Strowman a couple more weeks. And Braun Strowman got a little better in the ring. This was a fun match. The fans weren't engaged. I was engaged. It was fun and enjoyable. So shout out to both guys. Gable and Otis, man, put them back in the tag team division. Put them back in the tag team division. WWE needs WWE needs more tag teams, and the WWE tag team division is slowly coming back together. Tag team wrestling is slowly coming back together in WWE, man. So yeah. Moving on. Drew McIntyre comes out, cuts a promo on Cross, mentioned that he won't step up to him, mentions that he's gonna have his first big match at Extreme Rules. It's a match designed that you can't run away from me. At Extreme Rules, it's McIntyre versus Cross in a strap match. Cross music hit, Scarlett is out on the ramp, no Cross. Cross tried to attack McIntyre from behind. Cross goes shoulder first into the steel post. McIntyre wraps the strap around Cross's wrist and starts beating him with it. Cross tries to get away, but Drew pulled him back and continued to beat him down. Scarlett says stop. Scarlett throws some type of fireball, kind of like what Chris Jericho does on AEW television sometimes, where you saw Chris Jericho sometimes. He threw a fireball at some of the security guards. I think he threw a fireball at Eddie Kingston one time on television. So yeah, kind of Chris Jericho-esque, the Wizard. So yeah. Scarlett throws some type of fireball. Cross tries to take advantage, but Drew took him down before Scarlett hits him with a low blow. Cross lost in the straight jacket choke, saying, I'll see you at Extreme Rules, and I accept the challenge. And says, this is exactly what you wanted. So we're getting Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules. Should be a fun match. In a strap match. So glad to see Extreme Rules slowly coming together. We're actually getting stipulations. Wow. Do you guys remember Extreme Rules last year when it had no matches? Only one match. It was only the Finn Balor and Roman Reigns match for the Universal title. That was the only match that had a stipulation towards it. No other match on that card had a stipulation. We didn't get a TLC match. We didn't get a steel cage match. WWE hasn't made Extreme Rules felt important in years. Now Triple H walks in and says, whoa, let me walk in. Let me make this show feel important. I'm going to make Extreme Rules be good. We're getting a strap match with Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross. We're getting a fight pit with Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins. We're getting a Extreme Rules match with Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. I'm sure there'll be a stipulation for Bayley and Bianca Belair. I'm sure they'll announce that next, probably Monday night or something like that. So yeah, I'm really hyped for Extreme Rules this year. Because remember last year, we didn't get any. I swear to God, none of the matches on that card had any stipulations. We didn't get TLC matches, steel cage. Only one match had a stipulation, and that was Finn Balor and Roman Reigns. With that terrible ending. Ugh. So yeah. Y'all know what time it is, man. Dakota Kai with Bayley and Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez. I'm going to start by this. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to come out and say this. I try to give it a couple weeks. It just cannot grow on me. I'm going to be bold right now and say this. First of all, Damage Control's theme music is garbage. Yep, I said it. Damage Control's theme music it's not good. It's not good. I don't like the theme music. I try to let it grow on me for a couple weeks. I just can't. I just can't get into it. I can't get into their theme music. And I know Bayley made the theme song. But let's be real. I think it would have sounded better if a male artist was in there. I said a guy like My Easy or Josiah Williams. But honestly, Damage Control's theme music is garbage. Yep, I said it. Yes, I'm old. And I'm asking myself this question. Why can't Dakota come out with her own theme music when she has a singles match? Vice versa with Io Sky. Why can't she come out with her own theme music? They both bangers. Ain't nothing wrong with them. I like both of their theme music. I don't get it. The Factions theme, the Damage Control's theme music is garbage. Raquel makes her entrance, no smiling, thank God. Match begins. Dakota lands some kicks, and by the way, I liked how Michael Cole mentioned that she was a member of Team Kick. I like that. I honestly do. I liked how Michael Cole mentioned that she was a member of Team Kick. Maybe we do end up seeing Nissanu Tiki Knox back in WWE when she gets her visa issue sorted out. Nissanu Tiki Knox, she'll most likely be back in WWE when she gets her visa issue straight. Yeah, Michael Cole mentioned that she was a member of Team Kick. Shotzi music hits, runs out to the ring, and attacks Bayley and Io Sky. And then this is where it gets me pissed off at. Dakota plays dumb heel syndrome. It's just Shotzi music hit. Dakota is like, huh? What is going on? Oh my God, why is she out here? Oh my God. And then she plays dumb heel syndrome. And then she gets rolled up by Raquel in 2 minutes. Y'all knew this was coming from me. Y'all knew I was going to rant on this. Y'all knew it. Just why? Why are we rolling up one half of the tag team champions in 2 minutes? Like, seriously. I don't get it. And then post-match beatdown by Damage Control. Shotzi comes in. She grabs Io, and I don't know what Shotzi was trying to do. I don't know if she was trying to throw her to the outside or what. It's like she didn't know what to do with her for a couple minutes, and then, unfortunately, she just throws her out the ring. I'm like, what is this? Dakota Kai and Io Sky just won the women's tag team titles 2 weeks ago, and now one half of your champions is getting pinned on TV. Not a good look. It is not a good look on Damage Control. The booking of Damage Control, I'm not saying I'm sick of them as a faction. I'm not saying that. But the booking is just so flat. I want this faction to succeed. I don't want this faction to fail. It's hot and cold booking. What are we doing? Like, seriously, what are we doing with the women's division? It is not there. It still isn't. You have a women's division with Dakota Kai, Io, Bayley, Bianca, Liv, Asuka. It seems like it's still not there. It's not there. It's still not there, bro. Like, this is Vince McMahon booking written all over it. Women's matches going in 2 minutes. This is Vince McMahon booking written all over it. And then next week they want to book Bayley versus Shotzi. So why didn't you book that in the first place instead of having to pin one of your champions to get to the match? And then on Monday Night Raw, they want to book Bayley. They want to book Bianca versus Io Sky when neither woman can't lose. Neither woman should not be losing. Bianca shouldn't be losing. Io shouldn't be losing. I don't know why are we booking ourselves into corners. I don't know why. Didn't they have a match on the first Monday Night Raw after SummerSlam in a DQ? So what's going to be the result this time? DQ? So their first 2 matches ends in a DQ. Not a good look. It's not a good look. If this is what you... And I swear to you, bro. If this is what you bring Dakota and Io back for... It's just a waste of time. A waste of time. We need... Start booking Damage Control properly. Get them some proper theme music. The theme music they have right now is garbage. Like I said, Dakota should come out with her own theme music if she has her own match. Io should come out with her own theme music if she has her own match. Why put out a faction theme song together? If you want to, make It's got to sound catchy. The theme doesn't sound catchy. It doesn't. For real. What we're gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna get Raquel and Sasha versus Dakota and Io for the tag team titles? Out of Stream Rules, it will most likely be Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Dakota and Io for the tag team titles, or either Raquel and Sasha. And then the War Games match is gonna be Raquel, Shashi, Asuka, Alexa, Bianca. It was up to me. I would not put Alexa in this match. I would replace her with Mia Yim. And then on the heel side, you got Damage Control. And there's talks about Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jane coming up to the main roster, but they're not good. Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jane are just not. They're not good in the ring. They're just not. They're not. So we're gonna call these women up to the main roster, and then what? Honestly, Damage Control the Way is better than Damage Control and Toxic Attraction being together in the War Games match. Damage Control the Way sounds way much better. At least Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae is talented. By the way, where's Indy Hartwell? Why is she not coming up to the main roster? What do you have her doing down there in NXT? Indy Hartwell is not doing anything in NXT. You got her direction. She basically has no creative direction. Call her up to the main roster. What are you waiting for? She's done. She's done. She has no business being on NXT. I don't know when Candice LeRae is set to come back. Maybe Triple H is waiting on Candice LeRae to come back to the company. I don't know. But Indy Hartwell needs to be on the main roster. I don't know what we're waiting for. Put Indy Hartwell on Friday Night SmackDown. Or put Indy Hartwell on Monday Night Raw. Pair up with Austin Theory or Candice LeRae. I don't know. Pair up with Dexter Lumis. Not a good look, bro. When you got the freaking one half of the World Tag Team Champions losing in 2 minutes. And the woman has not even been back in the company for a month and a half. A month and a half. And you got this woman losing in 2 minutes. This is Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard written all over it. I want to see this faction succeed. And for those fans that are fickle, what should you the same ones praising Dakota, Bayley, and Io for working together? Was you the same ones praising them for working together? Now you don't want to see the faction no more. Now you see the faction boring. Now you're tired of the faction. Y'all are fickle, bro. Y'all fickle. I want to see Damage Control succeed. There are rarely factions that succeed in WWE. I asked my subscribers this, I believe Monday last week. What were the factions that succeeded in WWE in the last 10 years? We can include NXT, the Undisputed Era, the Shield, the Wyatt family. That's it. The New Day. That's really it. The Bloodline. That's really it. You can have Damage Control be the female version of the Shield. The Riot Squad didn't. They could have succeeded, but the booking wasn't there. They wasn't booking Ruby. They wasn't booking Liv. They wasn't booking Sarah Rowe properly. They're not even, and Ruby and Liv, they're not even booked well, and they're in different companies. Holy shit! I don't know, man. The women's division, bro, in WWE, bro. I understand But holy crap, bro! If you have Dakota Kai, Shotzi, Raquel, Bailey, Bianca, Rhea Ripley, and you don't know how to book it properly? If you don't know how to book this women's division properly, man, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem. Serious problems. Oh, Becky Lynch. You got Becky Lynch. You got those women. Oh, I don't find the women interesting. Well, blame the promoter. Blame the booker. Blame them. You're not booking these guys properly. These girls properly. Excuse me. You're just not. If you just, I can't stress this enough, man. I cannot stress this enough. If you just book these people properly and give them proper booking, women's wrestling can be back on top. It hasn't been. This is the same thing I've been ranting about the AEW women's division for, and I'm gonna get into another one tonight. I mean, Impact's got the best women's division in the game, but let's be real. Is anybody checking for Impact? No. By the way, Giselle Shaw and Mickie James, they had the women's match of the week. The women's match of the night last night. They had the women's match of the night last night. Shout out to those two ladies. Yeah. WWE booked Gunther versus Sheamus in 2 weeks on Smackdown for the season premiere. I don't know why is this not out of Extreme Rules. I don't know why. Why is Gunther and Sheamus not saved for Extreme Rules? We're complaining about, the Intercontinental Championship is not defended on pay-per-view. The United States Championship is not being defended on pay-per-view. Why is it not being defended at Extreme Rules? Same thing. Does Bobby Lashley have a United States Championship match at Extreme Rules? No. Come on. What are we doing? Yeah, that's true. Like, we're watching on 507. A lot of these mofos put on a front about their support for women's wrestling, but whenever it's on, they're just like, it was all right. Yeah. I'm solid. I keep it real. I love women's wrestling. I love women's wrestling. The two major companies, they're just not, they got the talent. They got the talent. You just need the proper booking. I really don't ever have to get on Impact for their booking of the Knockouts division. I never have to. I really don't. I really don't have to get on them about it. I mean, it's not, now some booking decisions I will not always agree with, but I call it out still. Next week on SmackDown, we got Bailey versus Shotzi, Hero versus Los Lotharios, Ricochet and Madcap Moss versus Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. That's all that's been announced for SmackDown next week. Main event time. Tag team wrestling, man. Pure tag team wrestling at its finest. Usos versus Braun and Bruce for the undisputed tag team titles. Both teams made their entrance. We got the reintroductions. We go to commercial and we come back with Pete Dunne and Jey Uso starting off. Pete Dunne doing those joint manipulations like he did in NXT. Rear part of the match, it looked like the Usos were trying to do a double team move from the apron to the inside of the ring, but Dunne landed weird on the outside, and minutes later we go to commercial. Yeah, that was kind of weird. So yeah. Yeah. We come back. Dunne tries to fight off both Usos. Jimmy hits an insecurity kick. Ref counts to 2 and Dunne kicks out. Dunn kicks out. Sammy and Jay was exchanging words on the outside. Dunn comes back and hits Jay. Dunn makes a hot tag to Ridge Holland. Holland makes a comeback on both guys. Ridge takes off his elbow pad. He was aiming for Jimmy Uso, but Jimmy misses it. And he hits a Samoan drop. Dunn tags in and takes down Jimmy. He pins him and Jimmy kicks out. Pete Dunne, man, this was a beautiful shot right here, man. Pete Dunne does a moonsault on Jimmy. German suplexes double stomp spot from Pete Dunne to Jey Uso, and does a kick. Jimmy taps back in, and Usos perform double super kicks. Dunne goes for a moonsault. This is the shot I was talking about. Dunne goes for a moonsault and gets a double super kick to the face, and he kicks out at 2. Usos go for 1D, their finishing move, but Dunne reverses and hits Jimmy with a DDT. Ridge taps in and slams both Usos, and him and Dunne hits their finishing move, and Jay luckily braced up the pin at 2. The crowd thought it was going to be a title change last night. Later on, Sami Zayn grabs a chair, but Sheamus stops him, and later on, Imperium comes down the ring and attacks Sheamus. Ridge and Dunne gets distracted, and the Usos hit them with super kicks on the outside. They get Dunne in the ring, hit the 1D, and gets the 1, 2, 3. Usos retain, great main event, and that's pure tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestling in WWE is slowly thriving. And the Brawling Brutes, man, I'll give them credit, bro, because Triple H has gotten all 3 guys over. They have been more over than under Vince McMahon. You would not be getting this under Vince McMahon, guys. Alice, why are you talking about Sheamus Gunther match in 2? It's great. Plus, the IC Championship should be defended on all shows. Why is this a negative on you? I mean, AEW have title matches every week. But AEW in their title matches every week, majority of the matches have no story going into them. Majority of the matches, I believe, should be saved for the pay-per-view sometimes. Alice, did you at least enjoy Smackdown? It was a very good episode. It wasn't bad. Smackdown overall was a decent show. It was a decent show. It was fun, and it was decent. It wasn't a bad show. We got 2 more episodes of Smackdown left before Extreme Rules. So, yeah. More storyline progression. We had a great main event. So, yeah. Decent Smackdown. Ruby Soho needs surgery for a broken nose. Yeah, I heard that. Hopefully she recovers, man. We're about to get into the AEW Rampage Grand Slam review. I thought it was a decent show as well. The show wasn't good. The show wasn't bad. It was decent. So, yeah. Smackdown feeling like the A show again. Yeah, man. Yeah, the main roster shows have gotten better. Man. 4 months ago, we wasn't having this conversation. So, yeah. Yes, Alice, I saw MJF spotted hanging out with Lynn working. Yes, I saw it. Yes. Rampage Grand Slam. It was a 2-hour special on Rampage last night. Rampage started off with House of Black. Buddy Matthews, and Brody King, they made their entrance. Then all of a sudden, Darby Allin and Sting stands behind them and attacks them. Julia Hart jumps on Sting's back for a minute. By the way, this was a no DQ match. So yeah, Marcus, I will get into that in a minute. Let me focus on the review right now on Rampage. So yeah, Julia Hart jumps on Sting's back for a minute while he was attacking Buddy Matthews. Matthews shoves Sting into the steel steps. Brody King sets up 2 tables on the outside, which plays a factor into the match later on. Matthews and King surround Sting 2-on-1 in the ring. Sting fights them both off, gives them both a stinger splash. Brody King has Sting on the top rope. Darby comes in and gives King an avalanche code red, which was absolutely sick. So yeah, Matthews and Sting fight on the outside. Sting gets Matthews laid down on one of the tables that King set up, and Sting, this is a scary moment. Sting gets shoved off the top rope by King. And this is a very scary moment right here, man. I don't know how Sting did not get a concussion off of this, but or didn't get his bell run or anything, something like that. So Sting was on the top rope. He was getting ready to do a stinger splash into Buddy Matthews on the table. And there were 2 tables set up outside the ring. The tables that Brody King set up earlier in the match. So Steen was on the top rope. He was on the top rope. He was getting ready to do a splash on Buddy Matthews. And Brody King, he comes in. He gets shoved off the he shoves Steen off the top rope. And he manages to land on one of the tables, but on the second table that Brody King set up, he hit the back of his head on the edge of the second table. That looked nasty. I don't know how this guy did not get a concussion or any of that. Because the back of his head, bro, he hit the back of his head hit that edge of the second table, and it was nasty, man. Steen took a nasty bump. I'll tell you that right now, man. So the match goes into picture-in-picture. We come back from picture-in-picture with Steen handcuffed inside the ring. Darby climbed up on the set of the outside and does a coffin drop to Buddy Matthews. King was going for a gorilla slam. Allen went for a coffin splash, and King catches him and chokes him out, but Allen King goes crashing through tables on the outside. Matthews gets back in the ring with Steen. He has him sat down on a chair with a baseball bat. But this is another good part as well. The lights go out. Buddy Matthews was getting ready to hit Steen with the baseball bat. Steen was sitting down on a chair, handcuffed. The lights go off, and the Great Muta shows up. This is apparently one of Steen's rivals from WCW back in the 80s and in the 90s. And Muta pretends he's going to attack Steen, but Muta turns to Matthews and gives him a dragon screw and a green mist. And another nasty landing happened in the match. Julia Hart, she takes a nasty bump into the mat between the table and the barricade. She overshot the table in between the barricade, and Julia Hart just went splat on the mat, bro. She overshot the table. She just went splat on the mat into between the barricade. That was nasty. Hopefully she's all right. I do think there's an update on Julia Hart. I might have to read that in a little bit, but yeah. So yeah, she overshot in between the table and the barricade. Steen hits the Scorpion Death Drop on Matthews and gets the 1, 2, 3. Muta and Steen celebrate, and there's that. And apparently Steen will be taking part of the Great Muta's retirement match in late January of 2023, I'm assuming. So yeah, I heard Great Muta is retiring very soon. So yeah. I don't really know much about him. I don't really know anything about him. All I knew was that he was Steen's greatest, one of Steen's best rivals from WCW. So I'm glad that the commentators acknowledged that for the people that don't know who he is. So yeah. But it was a fun no DQ match. I just wish House of Black would stop taking losses. I wish House of Black would be booked better probably. While Malachi Black is gone, put Brody King and Buddy Matthews in the tag team division. The Acclaimed is going to need opponents. So why don't you slowly build House of Black and Brody King up? I mean, Buddy Matthews and Brody King up to maybe take the titles off the Acclaim later down the line. Or maybe if you want to put them in a solo run, okay. Have Brody King go after the TNT title. Buddy Matthews can go after the All-Atlantic Championship. How about that? I want Buddy Matthews and Brody King to be booked a little bit better while Malachi Black is gone. House of Black is buried, bro. Tony Khan isn't as sense as people made him to be doing the last 3 years of AEW. He doesn't know how to book shows. All he do is keep signing WWE talent to not use the mouse. Marcus, I can understand your frustration on that. So yeah. Oh, Ohio State game starts in 25 minutes. So yeah. 2.0 versus Action Bronson and Hook. Action Bronson and Hook, they come out. Action Bronson performs Hook's theme song down to the ring. We start the match. Hook his Angela Parker with a gut wrench. Matt Menard tags in and calls out Action Bronson. Hook tags him in. Bronson shoulder tackles Menard. Hook tags in, gives Menard a Northern suplex. Try to lock in a submission, but Parker breaks it up. 2.0 were beating up Hook. Fans were chanting for Action Bronson. Minutes later, Bronson tags in. Bronson gets a power slam on Parker. That got a nice pop from the crowd. And Hook comes back in to give a clothesline to Menard and a suplex to Parker. Hook chokes out Parker. Menard tried to break it up, but Bronson intercepted, and Chelsea Menard and 2.0 both tapped out. Match was over. Fun match. It was a fun match. Action Bronson didn't do too much. He didn't need to do too much. So, fun match. Enjoyable. Moving on. Wardlow and Samoa Joe versus Joshua and Tony Nese. I don't know why it was just on the show. I don't know why. Joshua and Tony Nese don't get an entrance. Wardlow and Samoa Joe makes their entrance. Wardlow gives suplex to Josh Woods, and he took him to the outside, and Wardlow was clutching his knee. I don't know if he tweeted or what. Joe works on Tony Nese and gives him the muscle buster, and that was it. Josh Woods attacks Joe after the match. Wardlow comes in and clothesline both guys. Mark Sterling tried to hit Wardlow with the TNT title. Sterling gets caught, and Wardlow powerbombs Sterling multiple times, and that was it. I don't know what Wardlow's doing. Wardlow has been feuding with Mark. Has been every time you see this guy on television, every month or at least every other couple weeks, you see this guy interacting with Mark Sterling, and this has been going on since the MJF storyline back in early May, before Double or Nothing. Wardlow has been playing around with Mark Sterling for about 4 months now, and this is not interesting me. This is wasting my time. What is Wardlow doing for Full Gear? Full Gear is in 2 months. We need to start talking about getting a prominent TNT title championship feud that fans will be interested in. Do we go do Wardlow versus Samoa Joe at Full Gear for the TNT championship? I don't know. I don't know, man. Do you want to run Wardlow versus Heyman for the TNT title? Do you want to run Wardlow versus Ricky Starks for the TNT title? I don't know. But you need to get this guy Wardlow in something predominant on television, because ever since this guy beat MJF, his momentum has derailed. His momentum has been killed. So we need to be focused on getting Wardlow a predominant TNT championship feud. We need to be focusing on booking Wardlow better as the TNT champion. Wardlow has not been... Listen, Wardlow has not... His booking fell off. And it's not his fault. Who is the guy to blame? Boss man, Tony Khan. Let's get Wardlow in a predominant feud for the TNT championship. If you want to run Wardlow for Samoa Joe, go ahead at Full Gear. Build it up. Give us a story. Give us some heat between Wardlow and Samoa Joe. He has yet to have a legitimate feud/story for his title since he's won it. And it's the second most important men's title on your show. Yeah, I agree. The TNT title is the second most important championship men's title in your company. And you are not booking this guy properly. You are not giving this guy any stories. None of that. You have nothing captivating for this guy. You have no compelling storylines for this guy. Come on, what are we doing? Wardlow has got to be booked better as the TNT champion. And Joshua and Tony Nese, I don't even care to see him on TV. Isn't Joshua a Ring of Honor guy? Like, bro. Alex, has Wardlow defended his title more than 5 to 10 times? I don't even know the TNT. Guys, Wardlow only defended the title against Orange Cassidy, Jay Lethal, Ryan Nemeth, and that's it. It's just a belt he's holding. Wardlow has been a TNT champion for 2 months, and he only defended it 3 times. In all the matches that he had, no story, no build. You just threw the match together. Let's get this guy in a predominant TNT title for Full Gear, man. Wardlow for Samoa Joe. You know what? That should be a match for Full Gear for the TNT title. Match of the night coming up on Rampage. Ray Phoenix versus Jungle Boy. Match starts quick. Jungle Boy gives a drop kick to Phoenix. Phoenix and Jungle Boy trade shots. Phoenix comes back with a kick. Go to commercial and come back. Jungle Boy Phoenix was throwing chops to each other. Phoenix pushes Jungle Boy into the ropes and comes back with a clothesline. Jungle Boy drops Phoenix with a brain buster and a tope suicide dive. Jungle Boy thrust kick Phoenix, poison Rana. Phoenix comes back with a cutter and both men are down. Both men are back up trading shots. Phoenix, it looks like it was going for a powerbomb, but Jungle Boy reverses it into a Hurricanrana. Another thrust kick to Phoenix. Both guys on the apron. Jungle Boy gets a forearm strike. Jungle Boy tries to powerbomb Phoenix from the apron to the floor. Phoenix catches Jungle Boy with a super kick. Another commercial break. Trading shots as we come back from commercial. Phoenix hits a Gordy cutter. Covers Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy kicks out at 2. Phoenix goes outside the ring on the ramp and runs to the second rope and hits a dive from the second rope. And covers Jungle Boy on for a 2 count. Minutes later, Phoenix hits a thrust kick, goes for a three amigos, paying homage to Eddie Guerrero. Jungle Boy reverses it into a cradle shot, only gets a 2 count. Phoenix goes to the top rope. He has a beautiful frog splash, covers Jungle Boy, and only gets a 2 count. Phoenix was going for a muscle buster yet, but he gets rolled up, and Jungle Boy gets the lucky win. Great match. Great match from both guys. This is easily the match of the night on AEW Rampage for me, in my opinion. So, yeah. Post-match, Christian music hits with his arm in a sling. Luchasaurus music hits and attacks Jungle Boy from behind and gives him a headbutt and slams Jungle Boy down. Christian comes out, gives a promo. He shits on the New York crowd and mentions how he squashed Jungle Boy All Out. And he tells Luchasaurus to end his ass right now. And mentioned, don't come back next week. Jungle Boy gets toe slammed, and that's how the segment ends. Jungle Boy and Rey Fenix, great match. Yeah, I don't know why Rey Fenix had to be pinned. I don't know. It was just no story, no heat between these two guys. It was just thrown together. Hey, let's get Jungle Boy on the card. He can't miss the show. Hey, let's get Rey Fenix on the card. I don't want Rey Fenix missing the show. That's just what it comes off as. But other than that, great match. Eddie Kingston versus Sammy Guevara. The match that should have happened All Out, but due to some shenanigans that Eddie Kingston was doing, and Sammy Guevara, the guys did some backstage bullshit, but they worked things out. We did the match at Grand Slam, so yeah. Kingston gets a big ovation from the crowd. Obviously, he's a New Yorker. Guevara makes his entrance. I noticed he got a new Titantron. Sammy Guevara, he got a new Titantron, kind of Dragon Ball Z-esque. Guevara gets on the mic and says, Eddie, man to man, and say, I'm sorry, I wasn't enough to tell you this before. I'm sorry I didn't tell you this sooner, but you're a fat piece of shit, and Eddie went berserk on this motherfucker. Kingston beating the hell out of Guevara on the outside. They get on the apron, and Guevara reverses into a back body drop on the outside. We come back from commercial. Eddie gives Sammy a couple back elbows. Ty Mello gets involved, distracts Kingston. Sammy gives him a knee strike. Guevara gives him a double jump cutter, covers Kingston, and Kingston kicks out at 2. Kingston comes back with a clothesline, gives him hella chops. Kingston gives Guevara a backdrop driver. Guevara comes back with a super kick. Kingston comes back with a suplex and 3 spinning back fists. Locked in a submission. Eddie originally won the match, but he does not let go of the submission hold, and security had to come break it up, and Paul Turner overturns the decision, and Sammy gets the win. Please end this feud. I do not want to see anything between Sammy Guevara and Eddie Kingston no more. I just don't. I am tired of it. Real talk. I don't want to see no more Eddie Kingston, Sammy Guevara stuff. But the outcome, the way they overturn it, it looks like we're getting another match. Great. Can we get Sammy Guevara and Eddie Kingston in something meaningful in this feud? Like, I'm not interested in seeing Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara anymore together in the ring for a while. I thought all this Jericho Appreciation Society, this Blackpool Combat Club, this LAS stuff was over. I thought it was. Jay Cargill versus Diamante for the TBS Championship. I don't care about this. The highlight of the match was Layla Gray. Beautiful woman. Diamante comes out. She comes out with Trina. Blah, blah, blah. Jay makes her entrance. Okay. Jade hits a pump kick. Diamante goes to the top rope, but Jade caught her and slams her on the ring apron. Jade hits Jade at 1, 2, 3. Jade retains. She's 30-0, and I don't care. Tria comes in and slaps Diamante, and that's it. Do you care? No. You don't. I don't know what we're doing with Jade Cargill, the booking of the TBS title. Who's left? Who's left? You got Rio. Where's Hikaru Shida? Where's Serena D? Where's Jamie? Jamie Hayter should be built up. Moving on. And I like, you got Soraya, bro. You have Soraya in your company, bro. If you cannot book a proper women's division with Soraya on your roster, one of the big advocates for the women's revolution back in NXT with Tenille Dashwood, if you cannot book a proper women's division with Soraya, bro, you just fumbled the ball, bro. You cannot put all your eggs into the Britt Baker and not Jamie Hayter, into the Britt Baker and Jade Cargill basket. You cannot do that. It is the fourth quarter. You got 2 minutes left. You are at the 25-yard line. You got to get the ball in the end zone to win the game. No timeouts left. Start booking your women's division properly. Go to Ticket Battle Royal. Heyman makes his entrance, and this was so predictable, bro. So predictable. Why are we getting a Battle Royal for a chance to face Moxley for the AEW World Championship? Unless MJF cashed in on Wednesday night, then I don't know why we need this Battle Royal. When we all know Heyman is not beating Moxley and the title is going to MJF at Full Gear. Jake Hager was in it. Brian Cage and Lance Archer? Wow! When was the last time we seen these guys on TV? Seriously. We saw Brian Cage and Lance Archer on TV? Wow, Tony. When was the last time we saw them? Seriously. Pentagon was in it. Dante Martin. I don't care about this, so I won't waste my time to go over it. Heyman wins the match. I don't know why we're getting Heyman versus Jon Moxley on the Tuesday Night Dynamite special, October 18th, because of the MLB playoffs emanating the next night. I don't know why we're getting Heyman versus Moxley for the World Championship when we all know that Moxley is not losing till he gets to MJF, till he gets to Maxwell Jacob Freeman in New Jersey at Full Gear. Why? Unless MJF cashed in on Wednesday night, then I don't know why we put this Battle Royal. You basically just put this Battle Royal to say, hey, let's get everybody on the show. Seriously. Main event. Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Main event. Both guys make their entrance. Minutes later, Stark clothesline. Hobbs on the outside. Hobbs is a net breaker when they got back in the ring. Hobbs goes under the ring and pulls out a table. Hobbs goes back and pulls out more weapons during a commercial. We come back from commercial. Hobbs picks up Starks and sends him back first into a chair, placed between the turnbuckles, and then he tried to do it again, but Hobbs runs into the chair and Starks hits Hobbs with a DDT. Hobbs tries to lift up Hobbs, but Hobbs reverses and Starks goes back first into like into a top of these chairs, like so. I don't have the chair in here, but yeah. Bro, he went back first into those chairs, bro. That looked like it hurt. Kind of like the Adam Cole Malachi Black situation from NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, if y'all remember that, where Malachi just dropped Adam Cole back first into the top of those chairs, bro. Ooh, that looked sick. So yeah. Hobbs is running powerbomb on the chairs, cover Starks, and he kicks out at 2. Yeah, I'm good on that spot. Me too, man. Hobbs and Starks file on the ramp, and Starks was looking for a spear, but Hobbs sidestepped and Starks goes into the light fixture. Hobbs pulled the lights off the light fixture from the set. They get back in the ring, and Hobbs try to hit Starks with the light fixture. Gets speared by Starks through the table. Starks hits Hobbs with the light fixture. Starks hits the Rochambeau and gets the 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Solid main event from both guys. So yeah. Decent Rampage. It was okay for what it was. So yeah, just some questionable booking decisions. So yeah. Dynamite for this coming Wednesday. We get, I don't know why Tony Khan put this again. We get a championship contenders match. We get Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson in a championship contenders match. Why are we getting Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson? What? Where Juice Robinson win, he gets a world title shot. Does anybody believe this? Believe this stuff, man? Like, seriously. Does anybody believe Juice Robinson is going to be Jon Moxley? Now, granted, he did beat Jon Moxley in a Fatal 4 match at, I believe it was New Japan's, it was one of New Japan's show in May, where he won the IWGP US title. Does Juice Robinson really come off as believable? Do you really think Juice Robinson is going to beat Jon Moxley on Wednesday night? No. Oh, Alice, but it's Blackpool Combat Club versus the Bullet Club. Okay, and? Hopefully, Carlio gets his title back. Garcia will have something to say on Wednesday during Jericho's championship celebration. Yeah. Saraya will be on the show Wednesday night. Jericho Appreciation Society championship celebration. MJF will be on the show. Other than that, it was a decent Rampage, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Allison, you know, as an AEW is doing too many rematches like WWE used to do. I'm interested to see you bring this up because AEW isn't as good as people made it to be. Like from 2019 to 2022 is not all that innocent. Yeah, we gotta. I wish they tone out on the rematches, but so far they have lately for a little bit. Jericho clearly cheated. Yeah, he's a heel, man. He's a heel. What do you expect? Is Jamie Hayter going to turn on Britt Baker at Full Gear? It might happen earlier than that. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, man. Other than that, very decent night of pro wrestling last night between Smackdown and Rampage. I enjoyed 50 Road. I enjoyed my time there. So yeah, man. 2 weeks left till Battle for Glory. I hope all y'all can come join me for this. Come join me. If you don't watch Impact, come join me. So yeah. I will say one woman is not enough to fix things, especially women. I don't expect to see wrestling every week. It's got to be a collective effort. Yeah, true. So yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to end the live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Go watch the Impact vlog if you haven't. I will be live on Monday for new content. Monday Night Raw. We got Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. I don't know why they put that match. Another DQ finish. Great. If Saraya beats Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter's going to turn on Britt. Yeah. So, yeah, we got Monday Night Raw Monday. Wednesday, we got AEW Dynamite, the Fallout from Grand Slam. Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson. Saraya will be on the show. MJF will be on the show. Jericho Appreciation Society will be on the show. Yeah. So, have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your weekend. I love y'all. Take care. And I'm out.